Hey, 360 electricians, welcome back to the 360 Electrician podcast. And look who is sitting here, my first in-studio guest, the one and only Joe Feel a Burn Burnich. The reason I call him that, and he knows it, is because when you work with this guy and his company, Big West Marketing, you better get ready because your bank account is going to catch on fire. Joe, I want to thank you, but it wasn't a very far drive to get down here, right?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Drive.
30 minutes. So if you guys don't know, I am in Montana. I'm sure you know. And before I even moved out here, this guy subscribed to my YouTube channel back when I was probably 400 people. And you look on your YouTube channel and you get to see who has the most subscribers of your subscribers. And you had the most subscribers out of any one of my subscribers. I'm like, Who is this guy that's following me? And if you guys don't know Big West Marketing on YouTube, I mean, this guy gives away the kitchen sink on everything marketing for all service companies, not just electricians. I'm always greedy like that. I want everything to be about electricians. Joe, first of all, tell me what Big West Marketing does and why they need to know you.
All right, so Big West Marketing, we're basically a online marketing company. We only work with contractors and home service businesses. We do web design that converts, and then we do search engine optimization. So we do SEO, the Google Maps stuff, and then the online stuff below that, the Google search results below that. So Jeff approached me because I want to work with electrical contractors. That is my top niche. That's who I love working with the most. So I was going around trying to find all the influencers online. Found Jeff. He was a new YouTuber at the time, so I found him, started following his stuff. Got a lot of energy, loved it. So he approached me and said, hey, I'm moving to Florence, Montana. So like I said, 30 miles from me. He looked me up, took me out to lunch, and we've been hanging out ever since.
Yeah, I probably didn't stop talking one time. Now remember, every time I meet someone, I got to convince them, like, I'm the guy that you want to go with. But honestly though, did you even think, like, as much as I knew that this was going to be a winning combo, did you even think we'd get this far? I mean, it's been a pretty crazy ride.
I get approached by a lot of people, and I never know who the real deal is.
Right.
It's been, 2 years now?
Yeah.
And now I'm hanging out in your podcast studio, having fun, and you've helped me immensely, not just by, connecting me with clients and whatnot, but giving me advice with my business. I can tell you right now, you are the real deal.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Joe was part of our Dream Team Philly 2023. Got him over to Nika, and then he was gone. Like, he was just like shaking hands and kissing babies is what I call it. But we had a great time. Yeah. A lot of the other influencers you got to meet with. And in fact, now I know you're going to be working with a couple of other them. I don't know if you want to drop names, but you're going to see this guy with some of our other influencer team promoting his stuff. Yeah. And so what Joe does, what me and Joe do is, you guys all know I have the ultimate course for marketing for electrical contractors. Yep. Me and Joe developed that together. I guess my knowledge of what I knew in my brick and mortar businesses, I have one in Los Angeles, I have one here in Montana, and I came to Joe, who's such an expert. And Joe, because you mentioned SEO, he's going to mention a lot of things that I get 80 phone calls for a day that say, oh, we're going to rank you on the top, and we're going to SEO this and SEO. And to you and me out there, the electrician that wants to be the electrical contractor and the electrical contractor, that stuff's like foreign garbage, and we hear it so much that it doesn't have meaning. So just fast forwarding, we opened here in Montana, it's been about 4 months, 3 months?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, Joe, 50 electricians in our little area?
Something like that, there's a bunch.
50 electrical contracting companies with a population in this area of 125,000. It's crazy. This guy said, Jeff, you got to give me some time. Let's say 3 to 6 months. This guy got us in the top 10 on Google search within 28 days, not even 1 month. It's incredible. I can't tell you guys enough that when he talks or anybody talks about SEO, I want you to talk about that, because Joe tells you everything you need to do. Now, but Joe, I look at those videos and it's too complicated. So what does the guy on the other side of this camera actually do? How are they going to really do it, and can they do it? Or really, I mean, God honest truth, because they know I'm the real deal. Yeah. I know you're the real deal. Do they need the pro? Because I would have never got myself onto top anything if I tried to do this myself.
Well, yeah, and let's talk about that, because it's not all about just paying a marketing company, paying some guy a bunch of money. That's not what it necessarily is. It's always a partnership. Like Jeff, you and I, and we've got a video series coming out on exactly how we did this together.
Right. Step by step from the beginning.
Yeah, and there was a lot of, hey, Jeff, before we do this, make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. There's stuff that you have to do, like when you register with the Secretary of State. There's stuff that has to do with your address that you register. There's all these little things that you need to do in order to make sure this works. There's some stuff that I have to do. There's some stuff that you have to do, and we have to work together on this stuff. So when those companies call you up and say, hey, give me your credit card, and I'll get you ranked, BS. It's BS.
Right. So I want to tell you about that. So here's the problem you guys are going to have. I was very impatient. And if I didn't have a company coaching me along on my SEO marketing Google, like I would have posted crap all over the place and I'd be in a big position, right? How many times did I call you? I'm like, Jojo, and literally, you know, when he said 3 to 6 months, you and I on this side are going, like, I need to feed my family tomorrow. Like, I think it's that under promise and over deliver that Big West Marketing does give. And I know I don't want this to sound like an infomercial because I'm all in with this guy for 2 years now. And I want to bring you guys the best and the best. I want you to search on YouTube, electrical contractor marketing. This guy's going to show up. I think you're now at 13,000 subscribers. Hundreds of videos telling you everything you do. So what's the biggest problem you find when I'm the client? Because I know I wasn't easy to deal with either. What's the biggest problem, or what is the best thing that the client could do if they're just starting out? Because a lot of people I coach are just starting out or within their first year, and some of them have already, I hate to say it, messed it up, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, guys, to the point where we had to get Google on the phone to do a video to prove who we were.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how difficult this is getting.
Yeah, the game has changed a lot, mainly because so many people have kind of scammed the system over the years. Google's got lawsuits going on against them. Google's got to really make it hard, especially for service businesses, for contractors, especially if you're working out of your home or a small office. Google's got to make it hard for you. Those days where you just had to register online, get a postcard sent out, and put a little code, those days are gone. Now you got to do all this video verification stuff. You can't game the system like you used to be able to do. So now you got to understand the game. You got to understand how it works. There's all kinds of little things, and I'm putting all the new information out there for free on my YouTube channel with step-by-step demonstrations on how to do this correctly, okay? There's all these little mistakes that you can make, so I highly recommend if you're in that situation where you're just getting started, or if you're making changes to your business, whether it be a business name, getting a new website, changing locations like your address, whatever it may be, you need to get on there and find out the most recent information, or if you want to get a hold of me, we can step you through this stuff. There's lots of different things you need to know, but this is the kind of stuff that can make or break your business if you want to play the online game. Now I'm not saying you have to play the online game. Jeff does a lot of the offline stuff, you know, with your package, and you've got your marketing package. You teach people how to do things that doesn't involve Google, doesn't involve the online stuff.
Right.
But if you really want to do it right, I think you need to do everything.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. And by the way, if you do our ultimate marketing for electrical contractors, you get a free 30-minute coaching session with Joe, and he's going to go over all your website and all that good stuff. So of course, links are going to be down below. This podcast is sponsored by Big West Marketing and the 360 Electrician, I think.
Yep.
Because again, this information, nobody's giving it to you guys. How many times you go on Instagram and they're like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? That's like pray and spray marketing. I don't think I've ever seen an ad where you just go, hey, give me a bunch of money and I promise this. Joe's the kind of guy that's going to get you on the phone. First of all, his team, forget about it. Your team is absolutely amazing. Yeah. You actually have somebody on the phone, just like I feel like I'm going to make sure that you guys are my friends, right? We're friends, but we're also trying to help our businesses. Joe's like that agency that's a friend. He will actually know you by name, know when your kids' birthdays are. This is the kind of guy he is, so I highly recommend it. But I don't think I could have done it. And our marketing actually goes hand in hand because remember, of course, you need to get the clients. That's the whole point. My marketing works better when you're in front of people. You got to see people to do my marketing course because my marketing is like a multiplier, right? But yeah, if you have nobody to go see, so it will help get new clients, but there's nothing these days, every single person's on their phone right now. I mean, you have to go the digital way. And here's the best part, and I think you would agree. Sure, you're going to pay an agency like Joe. It's worth every single penny. I'm going to tell you guys, I've already sold probably $20,000, $30,000 in that next 2 months because people are calling us because you got us even on the top 10. I don't even think even when I was in the top 10, I'd still get the calls that I was never getting. And so the one thing I was going to mention is that everybody else, Yelp, Angie's List, everybody listening is cringing right now. All those you have to pay for, realistically. Yeah. Google's free.
Right.
And it's the #1, I would assume, revenue for online business to come in, right?
Right. It's definitely the top place that at least high quality business owner, it's definitely the #1 place people go to look. The high quality homeowners go to look when they're looking for a home service business owner. I mean, when you're going to look for something, where do you first go? Okay, you're probably not going to Facebook. You're not going to Instagram. You're probably not going to Angie's List. I know some people do. Some people go to Yelp. But most people are going straight to Google and they're typing in electrician in my city. Okay, they want to see the person who is toward the top of the page. They're looking at the person who has the most 5-star reviews. They're probably going to check out the website and they're going to see, is this the kind of person I want in my home? Does this person offer the types of service that I want? For example, do they do EV charger installation? That's a big one right now that people are searching for. Are they doing panel upgrades? Are they doing the specific thing that I want done in my house? Okay, this is the kind of stuff that you need to have set up on your website, and in addition, have all the little elements that Google wants. And if you have all that stuff and you have it presented quickly on a phone or a computer, then you win. You're the one that wins. So that's the kind of stuff we did for your website, Jeff, that we're going to show in the video series.
Sure, absolutely. And I always tell everybody, you only have to be this much better in whatever that value is to the client.
Yeah.
Whether it's price, this, or you showed up, meaning you were a top thing. Now, and then you could pay for advertising, but I think the statistics say, and I think you guys out there will agree, I never click on the first 2 that say ad.
Right.
Right? It's always that organic one that people want.
Yeah. Most of the time it is, like I said, for the higher quality, more discerning client that isn't super price sensitive,
right?
They're the ones that are going to click on that. If somebody wants something quick or they want like a coupon or something like that, they may click on the sponsored one, you know, something
but again,
like that.
paid, I've tried it. I don't like it. It just doesn't make sense for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all right. So then what can people do? I know we talked about it. When I get my guys, listen, when I work with people, if Joe's a friend, so I don't want to take anything out of his pocket, but Joe said, Jeff, I got a little special that I'm going to start giving to us and other creators out there. Joe, I'm sitting on the other end of this camera. I'm loving it. I know it's the way to go. They're going to see the video series. What do they need to know? What do they need to know to get signed up? What do you got? Do you have an offer you can offer them?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're coming from Jeff, like if you come from Jeff, then you're going to get a discount, a $250 discount off of any of our packages, okay? And there's no commitment, but if you want to get on the phone and talk with us, you just go to bigwestmarketing.com/360. Jeff, you're going to put the link down
I will.
below.
Links are going to be down below, and they'll be on the screen probably by the time we edit this.
Okay, so but put that /360. It'll take you to a form. You fill that out. Then you'll be able to talk with us, and then you'll be locked into that $250 discount for, like I said, any of the packages. We got lots of different options, so you'll be able to know what our prices are depending on what you need for your specific situation. Either way, you're going to get $250 off if you come from the 360 Electrician. And if you don't fill that out and we just jump on the phone, make sure you said you saw this podcast or you came from the Jeff's World, whatever that may be, his YouTube, his podcast,
coaching,
whatever, coaching, whatever. I reward people that come from referrals, okay? That's huge for me. I'm sure it is for you and your business. You're a business person, So I just want to make sure that you get that discount if you come from Jeff.
Awesome. So listen, again, you probably are hearing us on Spotify, Apple, and all the podcasts. I encourage you to watch the video version as well. We're here on our YouTube channel, the 360 Electrician. And when you were mentioning something right now about the discount and the coupon and all that good stuff, look, 10 times your value, you guys. You got to be doing this. I think and I've talked to Joe, and he's got multiple different packages. He's going to have one that's right for you. But here's the kicker. How many 360 electricians do you probably have? JP, I mean, I could start naming them.
Yeah.
You're talking about people that are not only started, but now are even going. I was in your office and one of my coaching clients calls him and he's like, hey, I want to do more. Like, give me this and do that. Yeah. So how many people that are watching this channel have signed up, you think?
Ooh, at this point, I don't know. I mean,
a couple dozen minimum.
Yeah. Over 20.
Yeah, is that incredible? So I want to reach back out to those 20 that are you watching this right now that haven't jumped on board yet.
Yeah.
And I think that would be the ultimate testimony because they all did my marketing first.
Yeah.
And then they did the add-on, which is Joe. And look, let's be honest. I sit crooked and talk straight. This stuff's not cheap. What's cheap? Couple $100. You're going to make a little bit of investment. We're not talking thousands and thousands at all either, right?
Right.
But this is going to get you your complete website like mine.
Yeah.
Not my 360, the 360 electrician, but my 2 brick and mortars are with Joe. That's going to get you your website. That's going to get your SEO. That's going to give you changes every month, an allowance of changes too as well.
Yeah,
right?
we're looking for long-term stuff. We're
Yeah.
not looking to just make a quick, make a quick sale. We want long-term partnerships. We
Right.
got people that have been with us for over 12 years.
Crazy.
That
That's
want
the key.
that ongoing relationship.
That's
If
the
they
key.
want a change on their website, or if Google makes a change, whatever, we want to be there for them, and they want the security of knowing that they're working with a company that, like you said, knows their name
Right,
and knows their
right.
situation, so that they can that they'll always have the security of knowing someone's got their back. We kind of want that feeling for them.
And also, like me, diversify. That's what I preach on my channel. So if one day I decide, I'm going to listen to Jeff and I'm going to start low voltage, guess what? You call Joe up and say, Joe, we need a SEO and pop up for low voltage. Done deal. That's the benefit.
Yes.
You go on your own and then you do it, and then you're like, well, I didn't do too well in low voltage. Yeah, you didn't have anybody pushing it, putting it on your website and getting the things done that you need to do.
Right.
That's what's important about that monthly maintenance, hosting, coaching.
Yeah.
You've got someone. Can you imagine? I need to start what you're doing. I just thought of that. I want to do just a yearly coaching membership. So if you have a question, you could just pop. I mean, how awesome would that be, right? I wish I had people when I started this YouTube channel. I did coaching.
Yeah.
I did a program, but they don't have a program like yours where I can go, wow, I'm getting all this value, and yet I can pick up the phone and ask a question. I think I need to start that for the 360 Electrician. Joe, I appreciate you. I thank you for that, guys. All the links in the descriptions are down below. You listen.
Yeah.
This is a new world. Your client tomorrow is already today doing this. They're on the devices. They're online. Yeah. I think your brick and mortar, which is what I call it marketing, which is the paper marketing, which is our thing that we do. You can go to the website and you can check it out. Has to completely be tied into the puzzle of online. Yep. And no one does it better than this guy, or he would not be a part of this 360 Electrician team. Joe?
Yep.
Appreciate you coming out. I owe him lunch for getting out here. Fortunately, gas is cheap in Montana. Anything else going on with Big West Marketing maybe that you can let us know? What's your plans for 2024?
I got some big stuff coming out on my YouTube channel, so check that out. All you need to do is get on YouTube, search either Joe Burnich, that's Burnich, or just search Big West Marketing. I'll pop up, subscribe. I got new stuff coming out every week, every other week. All has to do with the latest and greatest with Google and service businesses, contractors, and how it's going to affect you guys.
Amazing.
So please check that out.
Amazing. Guys, that's another episode of the 360 Electrician podcast with the one and only Joe Burnich from Big West Marketing. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like, and comment. What did you think? What do you want to see on the next podcast? What do you want to see from Joe and me again? What do you want us to talk about? We're here for you. Like I said it at Nika, and I'll say it now. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. He would. I wouldn't. So guys, we will see you on the next one.